I'm currently standing beside the largest lake in California. The Salton Sea spans 350 square miles and is home to over 500 different species of migratory birds. The sea was made in 1905 when a waterway that connected the Imperial Valley and the Salton Sea overflowed into the salt basin that it was surrounded by. The Salton Sea is fed by irrigation that comes from farming from the Imperial Valley and the New and Alamo rivers that come from Southern California. This sea used to be a huge tourist attraction because it was huge on water sports. Because of California's drought and the QSA, or Quantification Settlement Agreement, there's little that can be done about the small reserves from the Colorado River that are going throughout California. This being said, the Water Action Plan was formed so that different interest groups, including the IID, the Imperial Valley, and the Salton Sea Authority, could come together to try to find a way to clean up the sea before 2017.
Since 2003, San Diego County and other agencies have been pouring fresh water into the Salton Sea to prevent further erosion and mitigate the water transfers from Imperial Valley farms until the state could come up with a restoration plan. This idea was named the Water Action Plan.
This being said, there is no action happening in the Water Action Plan. Every year, the sea's sea level decreases by 1 foot, and its salinity increases by 1%. This kills off the birds' food supply and destroys their habitat.
There was, I believe in 2003, a quantitative agreement to sustain the sea with current levels from the canal, which was supposed to be realized by 2017. And as of yet, they're nowhere closer than they were in 2003 to get that done. So at this rate, 2017, a lot of the water that's mitigated from the canals in the Colorado River is no longer going to be the case. At that point, it'll even drop at a quicker rate.
The Imperial Valley produces 80% of the wintertime crops that are consumed throughout the U.S. The IID has asked farmers to decrease the amount of water they waste. This poses a problem because the runoff is what feeds the Salton Sea. This also poses a problem for the IID because it is their responsibility to keep the water levels at a certain height.
The IID, originally held responsible for the foreseen restoration of the sea, filed a petition with the California Water Resources Control Board, relinquishing its responsibilities to the sea, claiming that the financial aid needed was far above what the Imperial Valley could provide. With restoration estimated to be at least $9.8 billion, the loss of water to the San Diego County due to this decision could be economically devastating. However, with the downfall of the sea, the cost and turmoil of doing nothing would more than quadruple that number.
Well, giving responsibility to the local level helps in some regards, but it's my understanding the latest finding would be it would cost into the tens of billions of dollars to restore this. So obviously the Imperial Valley, Imperial County, and the other valleys, the other counties don't have the money to restore it. So it's going to take government at the level of the California, or more likely the federal government, to have the funds to make any difference in the Salton Sea.
However, there are solutions. One of these have been the habitats that have been made for the migratory birds. On top of this, geothermal energy has been used to try to create revenue for the Salton Sea. However, the only way this can happen is if we have informed individuals.
Geothermal energy is a clean, renewable resource that generates power and provides energy for the U.S., bringing with it money for the sea and jobs for California. The heat from the Earth's core causes water and steam to be trapped in the Earth's rocks. These geothermal reservoirs circulate water from the sea through pipes that cool and harvest the steam. When under extreme pressure, the steam is delivered to a moving turbine that powers a generator. The Salton Sea has the greatest potential to become one of the largest geothermal plants in California.
We don't have years and years and years. There are some people who think, in fact, that the game is already over, that the problem is irreversible. But be that as it may, clearly our job now is to move as dramatically, as forcefully, as aggressively as we can to transform our energy system away from fossil fuel to energy efficiency, to weatherization, to sustainable energies like wind, solar, geothermal, biomass, and other sustainable technologies.
Now, if this is the only thing we could do to make ourselves energy independent, that's one thing. But I've already shown with the senator from Vermont, Senator Sanders, how many incredible jobs are being produced across this nation in clean energy, solar, wind, geothermal, and we're looking at potential of millions. And in California, those clean energy jobs have led us out of the darkest recession we've seen since the Great Depression.
With the Water Action Plan came a deadline. In 2017, if there's not a probable solution, all the water from the sea will be transported to San Diego. If this happens, the sea will become a dust bowl, and all the chemicals at the bottom will be heightened by the salinity of it. These chemicals will go into the air and not only affect our community, but all of Southern California. Half of our state will reap the health concerns, the economic downturn, and the demolishment of all of our agriculture that supports the majority of the U.S. So here's my challenge to California. Do we wait until there's no time left and nothing more to do? Or do we beat this before it beats us? Put the action back into the Water Action Plan.